Let's take a look back at the year 2012 here in the Coachella Valley. KMIR-6's Angela Monroe highlights some of the biggest stories of the year.
It was a busy start to 2012. The historic Chart House restaurant went up in flames in Rancho Mirage. Whether or not it will be demolished is yet to be decided. Big names at the Humana Challenge, formerly the Bob Hope Classic, as President Bill Clinton brings new health initiatives to the desert.
I signed on. I won't be here every year.
Later in January, a massive windstorm toppled hundreds of trees. Palm Springs sustained the brunt of the damage. It was a troublesome year for College of the Desert, starting with the death of a football player shot by officers at a burglary in Palm Desert. In March, the Valley and the Agua Caliente Banda Cahuilla Indians lost a great leader when Chairman Richard M. Milanovich passed away.
He took his community and started building.
Later in March, a virus outbreak forced at least 7 tennis players to throw in the towel at the BNP Paribas Open. In April, for the first time ever, Coachella Fest expanded to 2 weekends, giving more people a chance to enjoy the music.
Scary!
A neighborhood in Palm Springs went on high alert in May when a series of pipe bombs were found throughout the city. Police made an arrest in June.
I saw the big Marilyn, so I was like, oh, this is really exciting.
A towering 26-foot-tall Marilyn Monroe took up residence in Palm Springs. Meanwhile, downtown revitalization continues. Also in May, CHP officers shoot and kill a man after a traffic crash on I-10 near Indio. Still few answers into that investigation. In June, local undefeated star boxer Timothy Bradley beats Manny Pacquiao in a split decision to take home the title.
29-0, the new welterweight champion of the world.
July, firefighters are credited with saving a historic part of downtown Palm Springs after a fire erupted in the 1936 Carnell building. Another big blaze in August, this time in Indio. A fierce inferno destroyed 7 businesses at the Kristen Plaza strip mall. In August, the Salton Sea raised such a stink that our neighbors all the way in LA were complaining of the stench. A levee breaks above Cathedral City, flooding businesses and shutting down Highway 111 with a thick layer of mud and water. Leaders pledged to build a dam. In September, heavy rains flood the East Valley, forcing evacuations at the rundown mobile home park known as Duroville. Later in the year, families moved to new homes nearby in Thermal. It was a record-breaking year for West Nile virus across the nation and here in the valley. Several human cases here, luckily none fatal. In September, a Desert Hot Springs gang member, Emilio Avalos, was convicted of killing 2 men a decade after the crimes. Fall was filled with election news and debates. It was a big year nationwide, and here locally when Dr. Raul Ruiz unseated longstanding Congresswoman Mary Bono Mack. Also in November, Palm Springs police shoot and kill a U.S. Marine after a confrontation in the downtown parking structure.
Justice for AJ!
His family held a vigil and called the shooting unwarranted. In December, a Marine is shot in the head by unknown suspects in a vehicle. Craig Maddie remains hospitalized in serious condition. December 7th, locals react to the U.S. Supreme Court decision to hear arguments on Prop 8, California's ban on same-sex marriages.
I think the benefits of this are going to be very, very positive.
Jurors decide life in prison for Kashul Narula for the financially motivated killing of a Palm Springs man, Clifford Lambert. Narula's other co-defendants were also convicted. After the tragic school shooting in Connecticut, local waves here when an 18-year-old posts a threat to Palm Springs High on Facebook. It was a hoax, but the teen was arrested and charged.
I do not believe the world is going to end.
Some people believed the world would end when the Mayan calendar did, but December 21st came and went. Angela Monroe, KMIR 6 News.